Hey, I'm Benny, and welcome to this series where we'll go over a small aspect of SimTutor and walk you through it, giving my tips and tricks as we go. In this short video, we'll be covering the things that you'll need to do before effectively sharing a sim within SimTutor. I'll take you through a checklist and I'll explain a few things as we go. Let's get started. So now that your sim is finished, you're wanting to share it, but there are a few things that you should do before you do this. First thing, you need to publish your sim. So this is something that you need to do before you share it, otherwise you just can't share it. And this is easily done by clicking this publish button at the top here. You'll click on this and you'll see it become published. You can unpublish it at a later stage if you want to, and then you can publish a new version every time you make a change and you want to send that change out to your learners. In the properties, next thing we want to do is in this learner settings, we can change the pass score from 50% to whatever score we want. So say we want them to get at least 80% of the questions correct, we can make it 80, and then it'll be 80 out of 100 is what's deemed a pass. Anything under 80 is a fail. You'll see here that our sim is now published, which is great from our previous step. And our allowed mode over here can be whatever we want it to be. So if it's in learn or test mode, the learner can actually choose and switch between the two whenever they want. So I would probably recommend against this unless you have a sim that is good for that. Learn mode is great for when your learners are kind of like going for the first time and just kind of learning a new topic. But test mode is what I recommend for most people because it's really, it makes the learner use their knowledge to answer the questions and hotspots and all that kind of stuff. So if you put it on test mode, you have this option to save the learner's test progress. So you see this little checkbox over here. You can check this, and what that will do is if they're in the middle of a quiz or in the middle of a test mode simulation, and they close the browser or they disconnect from the internet or whatever reason, when they next load up that sim, they'll be taken directly to the point where they left off. Once you've done those 4 steps, so you've published your sims, you've changed your pass score, you've changed your allowed mode, and you've set the learner test progress on or off depending on your preference if you're in test mode, then after that you're ready to share. So over here back in our dashboard, we can click share. You'll have view automatically checked, which is the learner setting basically. You just want to send out your sim as view mode to your learners, and then you can type the emails in there, click share, and it's easy as that. Those kind of a few little tips are quite essential before sharing everything out, otherwise you might have a test mode sim and learn mode, which would be quite bad, or people will be failing or passing where they shouldn't be, and all those other reasons. So it's just a good 4 things to do before you share a sim. And yeah, that's all I wanted to cover today. There's obviously a lot more to sharing and a lot more different options to share, but we'll cover those in different videos and on our support page. If you have any questions about this or anything else, you can always email us at info@simtutor.com, and we'll see you next time.